Hi, my name's Jeremy, and I recently lost 110 pounds following a ketogenic lifestyle. Most of my life I've been overweight. After I passed 40 years old, I ended up hitting 320 pounds, which was just completely surreal to me. I was wearing triple XL shirts, I had a 42-inch waist. I didn't realize that diet played such a major role. I was always sort of chasing the activity to lose the weight, and turns out I kind of had it backwards. Ketogenic lifestyle is where you limit your carb intake to about less than 20 grams per day, and you eat a moderate amount of protein and a high amount of fat.
So keto lifestyle, does that mean that I could eat a bunch of chocolate and still be super healthy and just have chocolate in my diet?
Not at all. No, you can't eat chocolate cake and be healthy. There's no ways around that.
Not chocolate cake, because that's carbs, right? But
Yeah.
what about just chocolate? Isn't just chocolate just fat?
There's
fat?
still some carbs in there as well, but I mean, it's not just eating fat. That's sort of one of the misconceptions about the ketogenic lifestyle, is that, people picture, meals of bacon and chugging butter and just obnoxious amounts of fat. And I'm not going to say that that isn't the case in the beginning, because a super high amount of fat in the very beginning, like the first 2 weeks of adapting to ketogenic lifestyle, you do need that extra fat because your body's going to be going through withdrawals. You're going to feel hungry, and the fat's going to keep you satiated. It's also going to send a signal to your body that this is our new fuel. So in the absence of carbs, when you cut the carbs in the first couple of weeks, you will go through some withdrawal, and your body's going to need a clear signal that there's a new fuel, that a new viable fuel, which is going to be the dietary fat that you're taking in. And once it gets that signal, after 2 or 3 weeks, that it realizes that fat is the fuel, then you can start dialing your fat back, and you eat fat kind of as you need it. Not to say that you shouldn't have it or you should cut it out completely, because it is an important part of your diet, but you just dial it back, because again, calories, it's not a calories in, calories out game, but calories do play a small role in it, and too many fat calories can slow down your weight loss. There is, with a classic ketogenic lifestyle, there are some losses in overall strength. My 1 rep max on some of my bigger lifts has gone down a little bit, because I've been so focused on losing the weight, and being super strong wasn't a high priority for me. I still want to be strong, I still work out, and I get through my workouts just fine. I don't have the crazy strength that I used to, and that's an unpopular opinion of a ketogenic lifestyle when it comes to athletes, but for me it's been absolutely the truth. 100%, still be keto, you can still be super strong, or you can still be keto and put on lots of mass. It's hard to do all three at the same time, so I'm not saying it can't be done. It would take a lot of sort of juggling macros, but your approach, you have to go in with a focus. So if you're trying to lose a lot of body fat, which is where I was coming from, the fact that I lost a little bit off of my squat didn't bother me that much. But somebody who's a hardcore CrossFitter, if you said you wanted to try for the health benefits that might come along with it, or the mental clarity, or the balanced energy, we would look at doing something that's going to not affect your performance in the gym, but still give you the same benefits as a keto lifestyle. One of the most obvious ones is dealing with family and friends, well-intentioned, but they've read on the internet, on some blog somewhere, that somebody died from ketogenic diet. It's not the truth. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and even though people are well-intentioned, there is just a lot of misinformation out there. So the other one would be in the first week or so, as you're going through, depending on your level of metabolic damage that you've sustained throughout your life through bad eating, there's different degrees of what they call keto flu. For me, I was 320 pounds. I had a terrible diet. And so when I cut out sugar and carbs, my body went through a very significant withdrawal. And it wasn't that I was bedridden or anything like that. I just felt very odd. I had a headache, I was really low energy, I was dizzy, there was all kinds of strange things that were going on, and luckily we had done enough reading to recognize this is what they call the keto flu, which really all it is some sugar withdrawal and some mild dehydration. So when you start ketogenic lifestyle, you actually purge a lot of water, which is where this first rapid weight loss comes from. Now I'm working with a lot of people right now that actually aren't even classified as obese. They're barely even overweight, but they're looking for some benefits. Maybe they're dealing with some inflammation, they have maybe some hormonal issues like their thyroid is acting up, or they just want that mental clarity that they keep hearing about, where they don't have, their brain is super sharp, they have this great energy first thing in the morning, and they don't have any dips throughout the day. Everything is just perfectly level. So it's not just a weight loss lifestyle, it really is overall health. And it really depends on what you're looking for. Maybe ketogenic lifestyle isn't for everybody. I tell it to everybody. It's like, great, you want to lose weight. Maybe this isn't the best way, but you should really look into it and make sure that this might be, you should look into this because this could be a good alternative for you. Because for me, and just like a lot of other people, you've tried everything else. Like, you've tried literally everything else with varying degrees of success. You might have, lose 20 pounds and it's like, great, I feel awesome. And then you go back to normal eating, you gain 30 back, and that it just goes like that. So if you're starting the ketogenic lifestyle, I think the first piece of advice I would give, it's sort of it's two pieces that belong together. One is, do your research, figure out what it's about. Don't just go into it blindly, and don't think you just stop eating bread and start eating bacon, because there's it's more nuanced than that. The other thing is, keep it simple. And I tell this to everybody. Keep it simple. There's a million different versions of keto recipes for things that you eat. There's keto chocolate cake, there's keto cookies, there's keto pizzas, keto this, keto that, keto pasta. It's like, put that stuff behind you, at least for the first little while. Just don't even think about it. Think about good proteins and good fats. Good fatty piece of beef, chicken thighs, chicken wings, butter. Great sources of fat, healthy sources of fat. And your protein, keep it simple. Get beef, get chicken, get fish. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. And as far as the few carbs that you do take in, make a salad. 100%. I'm available for questions. I am a certified health coach, so I've been helping lots of people, and I'm always happy to help more people. So if anybody has questions, anything like that, just reach out. Find me. I'm on Instagram at Carb Nerd. I have a YouTube channel under the same name, Carb Nerd. We're developing content. We're actually creating a website right now that's going to be designed to help people, whether they're fit people or completely sedentary people, just get their lives back on track and reclaim their health through low carb lifestyles. So that stuff is all coming, but right now, find me on Instagram at Carb Nerd, or find me on YouTube.
Cool. Thank you.
Was that succinct?
Perfect.
All right.